So the next issue I wanted to talk about this evening is a vision for our waterfront. Now, you know, New Westminster is fortunate, and I think everyone in this room knows the beautiful waterfront that we have. You know, this isn't a vision that's just starting, you know, today or starting a few years ago. This is really a long-term vision that's decades in the making. And, you know, I think our starting point is the wonderful Esplanade Boardwalk that I know everyone in this room is very familiar with. It's how do we actually take some of the pieces that we have together and start connecting the dots. Another piece of waterfront property that I think many people may not be aware of, or at least don't use as frequently, is a wonderful waterfront park called Sapperton Landing. The long-term vision that I see is actually starting to connect Sapperton Landing to Westminster Pier Park and thus to the Westminster Esplanade, and truly creating that waterfront vision. The next major connection point, though, is to Queensborough, and I wanted to take a moment to talk about the QTQ pedestrian bridge. Certainly, I see this as a huge opportunity for the City of New Westminster and a way to connect neighborhoods. Right now, we've got a neighborhood in Queensborough and the Port Royal neighborhoods that are lovely neighborhoods with wonderful riverside trails that are quite isolated and disconnected from the rest of New Westminster. On the quayside, we have a wonderful boardwalk, and we can see the wonderful trails and different amenities on the Queensborough side, but we have no access to those. And I think if we're able to move forward with the pedestrian bridge, we will be connecting those neighborhoods and truly starting to connect what I would call, you know, turning our really good waterfront into something that is truly great. If we could be able to say that we could walk from the trails in Queensborough all the way to Sapperton Landing, I think we would have a trail network and a river waterfront that would really rival some of the best places and best trails in Metro Vancouver. So where are we on that process? We've been talking about this pedestrian bridge for a number of years, and you know, I remember when the first concepts came forward that really had a pedestrian bridge that went up, you know, 10 to 15 stories, and I'll be perfectly honest, it was not the most attractive structure, and certainly the city heard loud and clear from residents in Quayside that there were a number of issues with that, and I think it became clear that, number one, from an aesthetics point of view, it didn't work, but also from a transportation point of view, it didn't work. No one was going to walk up 10 flights of stairs to walk across the river. So where the city has landed is now developing a vascular bridge, and this is a bridge that kind of like a jaw bridge, where the middle will come up when sea traffic needs to go through. Funding for this project, the city so far has $6.2 million dedicated for this project through the casino agreement, which covers a large portion of the budget. But to build the vascular bridge that we're looking for, that would require funding closer to $10 million. So the city is currently looking for partnerships, both in terms of grants with other levels of government, but also other sponsorship opportunities to be able to bridge that financial gap so that we can start to build that bridge connection. Now, I know there's been a lot of discussion in the Quayside neighborhood about, you know, where is this bridge going to land, how is it going to connect, and in particular, how is it potentially going to impact the wonderful children's park, the Submarine Park. After some significant work, it looks like the best location for this bridge is actually on the other side of the rail bridge, based on how the river is. So the pedestrian bridge itself will not have, it does not look like it's going to have any impact on the children's playground area, and that area will be able to remain as is. Having said that, there is going to be some maintenance that will cause some disruptions with that playground, but that has nothing to do with the future plans in terms of the pedestrian bridge. So in total, I think the city has a very exciting opportunity to start connecting our waterfront, getting ourselves so that you can get from Queensborough all the way to Sapperton along the river, finding ways for our riverfront to connect with the rest of New Westminster, connect with downtown New Westminster, recognizing we've got barriers of truck routes, parkades, and different barriers that are really disconnecting and severing our neighborhoods, which really shouldn't be severed or disconnected. So I'm excited about the opportunities, and I think there's going to be some tremendous benefits to the Quayside neighborhood as we move through with this vision. So thank you.